Monterey, California, the quiet beachside city hosts not only the most prestigious car week of the year, but one of the most respected racetracks in the world. This area of California has been home to sports car racing on the west coast of America since the early 50s on the roads around Pebble Beach. And since 1957, the dedicated racetrack of WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, a roller coaster of asphalt, has seen some of the most famed sports car battles. The 2.23-mile track's 180 feet elevation change is quite a drastic change from Sebring. The most famous corner is the corkscrew, a 5.5-story drop that will send the driver's stomach into their racing helmet. Like Monterey's famous aquarium, this race has attracted some foreign visitors. On this episode of Win the Weekend, one of the oldest rivalries in motorsports, the Stuttgart car makers of Mercedes and Porsche. Representing Mercedes is the number 57 Team WinWard Racing competing in GT3. Based out of Texas, they're on a roll. They've won 2 of their last 3 races, including the Rolex 24 and 12 Hours of Sebring. This weekend, they hope to keep the hot streak going. The number 77 Porsche, affectionately named REXY, short for T-Rex because of its green skin and big teeth, is under the care of AO Racing. AO has never won a race. They hope to change that this weekend.
Come on, boys! I like this place. It's beautiful out here. Honestly, it is. Since it's been repaved just last year, it's got quite a bit more grip than it had the last several years we've been out here. Old school place, some runoff, but really not a lot of room for error, not a lot of room to make a mistake. It's pretty nice. It's track to street. That's what Michelin is all about. That's why we race. It's why we participate in motorsports. It's connection. And so what you see behind me is a perfect example of that. It's race cars on Pilot Sport Pro. It's street cars on Pilot Sport 4S. We have a group of dedicated engineers, all to really build a tire that suits their car. When you think about the race car side, when you're bolting what is the same tire on 11 different cars, to me it shows me how advanced that tire is. Every car here has a chance to win the race. We've gone 24 hours, we've gone 12 hours, we've gone 100 minutes, and now we're really getting into the bread and butter of what IMSA does, 2-hour and 40-minute races. If you're slow here in the middle of this race, you're going to the back.
Carpool karaoke here, guys.
We good? It's right now 55 degrees outside. The track temp isn't going to be anywhere representative to the race.
In my early years, 100% focused on driving, not focused on, putting programs together.
This is Gunnar Jeanette, co-founder and team principal of AO Racing. Formed in 2022, it's a young team with young drivers. Gunnar makes sure everyone is doing their job, including young hot shoes Laurin and Seb.
We are the very early stages of AO. 2023, up to Daytona, we were in miracle mode to just try to build our race team.
Looks like the track's cleaner than yesterday, so.
Is everybody in the paddock seeming to like the new surface, the new pavement job here?
I think it's faster, it's just more edgy. I think the car's slightly more on the edge because it's carrying more speed, and I feel like there's less room for error now with that.
Man, I sure do love my Topo Chichos. If anybody's out there in marketing, REXY would look great with a Topo Chicho on it. Nerves don't fix anything, they don't improve it, but that's not to say that they don't exist.
We're situated just off the coast at Monterey.
You're supposed to actually be doing some work. How have you always got this much free time?
You can literally do anything except work.
It is one of the most iconic pieces of racetrack.
Love the dinosaur T-Rex touch, so we love it.
You might feel a little bit in your shoulder blade.
It's still up in the air who's going to win the GT3 Pro and GT3 championships. Lexus leads in points, but early on in practice sessions, Team Corvette is already looking fast.
REXY was born in the RV after the 24 Hours of Daytona in 2023. PJ, because he's so new, he only got his helmet painted for the first time like a couple of weeks before Daytona 24 Hours. One day, both of his kids had come home for school and he had it there and he said, hey, what should I put in my helmet?
We got REXY's big eyes here.
that lets him race at night.
On PJ's helmet, one side is a T-Rex and one side is a unicorn.
These are the tailpipes where REXY's roar comes out.
And PJ said, you know, we could make the car into a T-Rex.
That's a mirror so the drivers can see all of the rest of the GTD field behind them.
Having something as recognizable as REXY, I mean, it really put us on the map. There are people whose egos really shouldn't fit inside their helmet, and that's not what we're about. We all want to win. Like, there's no doubt about that. Forcing it is likely not going to make it happen. So we just have to keep doing what we're doing, and it will naturally occur.
There we go. We need to finish our walkthrough because the crew has to get REXY ready for qualifying.
Morning.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, it's Russell Ward. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
He locked himself out of his room last night.
It happens.
Not my problem. I have my own room. We're based out of Houston, Texas. No longer the new team in the paddock. Got some wins under our belts. Made some enemies, made some friends. Can I get a grande hot chai latte and then a grande iced hazelnut oat milkshake and espresso? I'll pay, Philip. Jeez. Thanks for offering.
You're welcome.
Here you go, Philip. There's your grande chai.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. The history of IMSA was go to a dealership, buy a Porsche, and gut it and turn it into a race car. Now it's turned into, manufacturers build the race cars and we go and we try to execute. At the end of the day, it's all racing. So whether you come from, circle racing or dirt track racing, the lemons racing, endurance racing, whatever, the terminology's different, but everybody still has the same passion.
All right, good morning. Welcome to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. We had a great test here a couple weeks ago. Drivers think we got a great car.
Spare bodywork's all set and ready to go in pit lane. Yeah. Did the air jacks fail? And we don't worry about changing the tyres. If the lance fails and there's wheels on it, it goes back on the floor. We make sure we're all good. Everyone gives a thumbs up from your axle.
Super proud of the whole team for how we've come together. For the drivers, you've got all of these guys behind you. You've got all of the REXY fans out there rooting for you. So let that drive us to operate at our best.
There's always a chance for just doing 2 tires. Most likely it's going to be only the rears. In case we have an issue with the car, meaning puncture or something in the first instance, we will always fill up the car first. As soon as you're done with the fueling, then you can jump on the wall. All right, so thanks a lot, and car will be rolling in 40 minutes to full grid, so warm up, shoot it up.
Next up will be qualifying for the WeatherTech Championship car.
Qualifying can make or break a race. The quickest cars get prime real estate at the front of the grid, reducing the chances of an accident as the field charges for the first corner. These laps will give each team a look at how the competition might fare over the 2-hour, 40-minute race. If you're slow in qualifying, you could be in trouble.
Okay, we can go,
No monkey laps today in this session.
Here is Katzberg, who's gone to the top for Corvette.
Make sure those tyres are nice and clean, mate.
Flip-flopping with his teammate.
19.7.
With only 6 minutes remaining now.
Okay, 2 more time laps, mate. That's a good improvement. Keep pushing.
And we're seeing a few track limits, penalties coming out with some of these drivers going out of bounds.
Okay, 1 more time lap.
One more lap to go, 1 more lap to go.
There we go. Okay, mate, mega job. Really close on that last lap. That's currently P5.
Yeah, I gave it everything. That 19.7, I can't do that.
P3, good lap.
Yeah, all right. Woo! Good job, good job. Not so bad at all, man. Inside start, P3, hell yeah. Why'd you stay, huh?
Philip said he was paying if I was top 5, so.
Where are we going, in and out?
Worth it.
That's a Wagyu steak dinner. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. He said I can't put words in his mouth.
We can. If we all say we heard it, we're putting words in Philip's mouth right now.
Okay, well, let me go get
I'm pretty
changed.
sure I heard
I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, man. Nice job. Yeah. Yeah, I heard it. If we all heard it. Yeah, it's mic'd up that we heard it.
Despite giving it all, Seb qualified the REXY Porsche in 5th place. They face an uphill battle, chasing Lexus, McLaren, and the Corvettes. Things were looking brighter for WinWard. They qualified in 3rd, just a quarter second behind 1st place Andretti Lamborghini. If they could maintain this pace, or improve it, they'd be on the podium.
I mean, I would be lying if I said we weren't hoping for a pole position possibly, which is important on this track. The Corvette surprised us a bit. They're super fast. REXY needs to train her legs for this ballast, but we're giving our best. We're pushing as hard as we can in every session, and I think so far that's paid off.
They're going to let me know. Just go back to your car, and once I find out, if you get permission, we'll let you know.
WinWard appeared to be in excellent shape heading into the race. However, just an hour before the green flag, the team discovered an issue with their engine. They had to perform an injector swap within minutes. Despite a moment of confusion and a quick discussion with IMSA officials, WinWard avoided being sent to the back of the grid, retaining their P3 starting position.
Last second, you didn't see it? Ah, pull the front top of the engine off. All right. It was funny. Car ran perfect. I mean, until this point in the season, all of a sudden we heard a little bit of a noise and a little bit of a pop. Cylinder number 7 was full of fuel. So we changed the injector out, and man, it's just a little bit of nerves, you know.
Regardless of what happens, if we're at the back, we're at the back, we're at the front, we'll make our way up.
Yeah.
We're going to make our way up. So
as long as we make it to the grid, we're fine. We'll still keep our spot. If not, we would have been starting from probably pit lane and last place.
Okay, mate, get a feel for the car here. Just make sure you're doing more than the guy in front of you. Get ready. Get ready.
Green at the front of the field. It's Corvette from Corvette.
Corvette's qualifying pace kept them at the front of the start of the race. In order to gain position on track, teams must rely on strategy.
Driver change to Laurin.
AO elects to do an early driver change to get off cycle, to get Laurin in the car early and some clear track.
On fuel.
And then, just as AO re-enters the track, a moment of opportunity.
Quite a big piece of debris out on the circuit.
The rest of the field elects to do their pit stops under yellow flag conditions once the pit lane opens. With that, REXY jumps 2 spots.
All right, let's go back to racing.
Right now you're on board with Laurin Heinrich. The green Porsche behind him, REXY, is on the charge.
When it goes green again, Laurin battles it out with the Corvette of Milner and then chases down the McLaren of Jarvis.
Delta minus 0.11. Trying everything I can with that McLaren. Mate, you don't need to say anything. Get on with it.
AO Racing taking the lead in GT3 Pro from the McLaren.
That was actually a really impressive move. So that was Laurin Heinrich going through into the lead on a bit of racecraft and guile.
25 seconds to go, 25.
In GTD, WinWard is charging their way forward, chasing down the BMW of Turner Motorsports.
And you have to 4.8 seconds, 2.8 seconds.
He hasn't put a foot wrong. This could be a huge day for Turner Motorsports.
2 seconds. Good job, Philip. 20 minutes to go. More pressure on Foley. Keep pressuring him.
Contact in Foley. Ellis takes the lead in GTD.
Here we have 1 more lap to go, 1 more lap to go.
White flag, last lap. Okay, mate, gap is growing with traffic.
And then, as the race time ticks down, AO Racing and WinWard both lead their respective classes. But with so many positions on track being dictated by traffic, the team orders are clear. Keep it clean and safe. Make no mistakes.
AO Racing take the win. Russell Ward and Phil Ellis. That will be the win for WinWard.
AO Racing, boys. We have just won an IMSA race. Come on, boys.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Good job, man. Great job. Thank you.
That was too easy.
The momentum we're having this year is just incredible. I mean, we feel pretty much unstoppable, but still a long season to go ahead. And you know, we won a lot of races. We can win anywhere we go, but we really want to bring that championship home, and that's goal number 1. So, you know, hats off to the crew. What an amazing job, and we're going to be back Monday and getting the shop and making it go faster.
Thanks, Gunnar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Laurin.
That was so cool.
Hell of a job, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Hell of a job. The first of many.
And on the next Win the Weekend, the rolling hills of Watkins Glen. It's Salen's 6 Hours of the Glen.